It's been a month exactly since I've done just a regular chill stream like this. And I'm a little sad about it actually. I've been doing a lot of distro delve streams. And I did that one KDE stream, but that wasn't really a chill stream. That was me talking for an hour. So a month later, we're getting back into the chill streaming thing. You're banned on the EG server? Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, Andrew. So, yeah, I don't remember exactly how I started these streams, but I know that NeoFetch was involved, so here it is. Let's get rolling. So I'm playing what? Why is this here again? I was messing with the, well, I mean, I guess I can show how that's configured. That's annoying. Boy, the latest version of Mango Hut is terrible. I'm not normally quite that negative, but geez, it's a train wreck. Mango. Okay. Is it actually gone this time? Yeah. So they changed, he, whoever's at the helm of that project, changed how the configuration works. And now it's just kind of a pain. Hey Daniel, hey Timothy, Tux, Lyra Dash, how's everybody doing today, this morning? You know, it's funny that I had a name in mind for this stream and I totally forgot to put it in there. It wasn't going to be Chill and Chat, it was going to be something else, but I forgot what I had a naming. I didn't have a naming scheme, but I was working on one, and then I started doing the distro delves streams, and then I got totally off track. So I'm playing Overwatch because it's the anniversary time, whatever. This thing right here, which means all of the good stuff is unlocked. Daniel, it's in the evening. It's evening in the UK. And I've got a lot of stuff I want to unlock. Nope, I do not have enough. I need 3,000 smackaroos. So we're grinding for credits, which I am totally okay with. It makes it hurt just a... You're in Australia? What made me think you were in the UK? Well, cool. Australia is a cool place.
Now entering King's Row. Prepare to attack.
There's a, what distro do I mainly use? I'm on KDE Neon right now. Daniel, maybe if we're lucky, we'll wind up in Australia here. One of my favorite maps is Australia. It's Junkertown. Not that that means any, like, oh yeah, we're in Australia. In an alternate universe where, some nuclear thing has happened and everything is melted down. I'm very excited to be here. Oh shoot, I need to change OBS. Un momento, por favor.
Attack commences.
Hope I can do this in time.
Look after yourself out there. I'll get us home safe.
Many find the universe confusing.
All right, are we back? It's black. Please work. Okay, good. There. Now it's not as sluggish, but now I've got a alt-tab. Now we're good. Okay. We started as convict junkers, that's right. In the UK it's 2:30. Alright, I gotta get my Overwatch hat on. I really like playing Zarya because it's less about like the energy and more about just knowing when to use your abilities. So there's some strategy involved. I wish that we'd push. I don't normally play this aggressive. I gotta chill out. Maybe focus on Bastion. Making sure he's okay. Oh. Not good. Silly Reaper. Oh. Oh, it didn't use my ability. Damn it. Gotta spam those abilities. Long time not being in the streams? Yeah. I'm gonna make Saturday mornings for me. This time, basically. The time when I do streams like this. Because I enjoy just chilling. Playing games, chatting with you guys. We're playing Overwatch at first, so that I can grind a little bit. I'm gonna play it anyways, and I thought, like, why not play it with you guys? And then we'll play a little Planet Freedom. Or Freedom Planet. I always say that backwards. Every single time I say that backwards. Like I typed it into the title, and I was like, wait a second, I gotta go back and make sure that's the right name, and it wasn't. Well, hello! At least you're not one of those Foxfire people. What's a Foxfire person? I'm like desperately trying to shield people, but it looks like everybody was dead. Oh, I'm dead. Unless she can. Oh, that was not our Zarya. I'm not even sure where our people are. Foxfire, Firefox. Oh, I don't think I've ever called it Foxfire. Robert, you've never played Overwatch, but you've tried Paladins. I don't think Paladins runs on Linux anymore because of their anti-cheat. For better or worse, Overwatch doesn't really have anti-cheat. And I mean, that's good for some things, but I mean, it's good basically for us. I'm not really of the, like, I don't really think hacking in games like this makes that big of a deal. Because it's a team game, and if somebody is playing like Widow or something, and they're just hacking non-stop, the two things are going to happen. It's going to be really obvious, and they're going to get caught, or a good team will just adapt and just kind of work around it. I think, and that's just for aimbots. I think that other cheats like ESP are way more of a serious problem, because being able to look at the map and know where everybody is like kind of a huge thing. But I don't think that cheating in a game like this is as big of a deal as a game like Counter-Strike. Especially where on games like Counter-Strike, when you die, it's... Oh, really? That didn't get Roadhog? That's why I was holding on to it. God, their Moira is really, really good. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on hacking. I mean, obviously it's bad, but in most cases, the team can overcome a single hacker. A good team can overcome a single hacker. But that's just for, like, you know, in competition, it's obviously a totally different issue. But in just quick play games like this, it's like, you know, whatever. And maybe I've been conditioned to feel that way because I played so much TF2 where there's a hacker in like every game. But yeah. What Linux? This is KDE Neon. Oh no, they froze him. Well, I'll die now. Jeez. A lot of older people that you work with call it Foxfire. Blizzard is good with us. Yeah, they don't. They're kind of. It's kind of like. Yeah, I know that a lot of people hate EA, but a lot of EA games work just fine on Linux. It's Origin that's the problem. But the thing about it is that Oregon gets a lot of shit, but it's a Qt app, right? And if you run a Qt desktop, it'll work right out of the box. I've learned that recently. Origin works right out of the box without anything, like any extra configuration on KDE Neon. Just install it and poof, it works. So the people that are complaining that, oh, you know, wait, what is happening? Wow, that was delightful. Oh, I only got 7 actually. No, it wasn't. That was a waste of an ult though. Jeez. Look at me and Reinhardt guarding Bastion, and then he keeps moving. Stop moving. Ooh, that hurt bad. I'm not charged, so it's like I'm not doing any damage. Oh, I tried to... Oh. He pulled him out of my stupid thing. Echo just took over Winston. Ow. Just a little bit further. Oh, that sucks. What's the GUI toolkit for Steam? I guarantee you it's some custom hacked thing that they put together. Rocket League removed Linux support. That was because they were upgrading to... They chose to go the DirectX route. I think. Which is like really stupid for a bunch of different reasons. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it wasn't enough. We win. What about DXVK? That's just converting DirectX to Vulkan on the fly. And that they may have upgraded to DirectX 12, which I'm not sure. I'm not, you know, despite being a Linux guy, I'm not as up to speed on this stuff as you might expect. Hey, I just use Linux and play games. That doesn't mean that I'm like a whiz. She was good. So was he. Alright, let's jump back into queue. $25 more credits coming my way. Did you hear about Minecraft OS? No. No, I did not. Yep. I think that there's a... Oh, I love... This is my favorite map right here. I love Rialto.
Prepare your defenses.
You guys want me to play something else? I love Zarya. Really, really enjoy playing her. I mean, come on, look at this. Could play Winston. I don't think Winston would be very good here. Orisa might be though. Oh. Well, yeah, she'd still be good for this.
Attackers incoming.
By the way, I forgot to check the audio. Is everything good? Can you hear me? Can you hear the games and everything? Hope everything is good. You use KVM pass-through? That's definitely an option. I have never done that, actually.
Would you like my advice? 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Hope somebody will do something about that echo. That sucked. That was great. I love Arisa's kit. Oh, Brig, what are you doing? That was a waste. I mean, no, that would have been a waste. Definitely would have been a waste. I was thinking about using my ult there, but our damage is... Oh, both of our damages are Actually, you know what? If we're just gonna dive, like, if our team is just dive, then I'll go Winston. We even have Diva. Like, our entire team is dive. Oh, this is unfortunate timing. I've never seen an entire dive comp like this before. It's actually really funny. We should have just like mad DPS. Look at that, we pushed him all the way back. This was ballsy. But this is pretty rad, actually. Ouch. Damn it. How'd she get me from down there? How did she do that? Oh, weird, she wasn't there on my screen. That happens from time to time. Like, the other people are different places, and then you watch from their view, and they're somewhere completely different. I kind of wonder if that's a Linux thing. Like, if there's some weird latency happening. Wow. They can't push where our DPS is just really freaking high. Oh, that sucks. You completely nullified my ult. I don't think he meant to hook me. Brig, please. Thank you. Our whole team went down. Unfortunately, when I play such a high energy hero like this, I can't really do anything but focus on playing. Does anyone know how to use DAV1D for Caden Live? Brig, please. Are we ready to dive? Wow, he has ult again? Wow, that was an incredible sleep dart.
My ultimate is almost ready.
That's awesome.
Get into position.
This will protect us.
Wow. No mercy. Hi, Anna. And she's dead. Are we doing anything about that? Man, our team just cannot kill that damn Hammond. Now they've got Sigma. Man, I haven't played dive like this in a while. Well, hello. Who'd we kill? We got their tank.
Miracle of science.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Isn't that what you're supposed to say? Something like that?
30 seconds.
Do Adobe apps somehow work on Linux? It's the only thing that you want. I'm not sure what the status of that is, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go with no, but there might be a workaround that I don't know about. Oh, nice. You waste your ult. That is okay with me. There it is. Oh, that sucks. He's gonna push us all around. Two Winstons. One's a hologram, the other one's real. What do I think about Solus? I'm gonna be honest, I think Solus is dead. I do.
Play of the game.
They were kind of on the ropes for a while, and then I was really expecting them to have something big in January when they kind of teased an announcement, and then all it was a minor update, and it was like, dude, that was your one chance to kind of like make a big comeback, and it just didn't happen. And you know, it's no offense towards the project or anybody working on it or anything at all. Like, I think it's really cool. They just building and maintaining a Linux distribution, let alone a fully independent one, is a tremendous amount of work, and there's just not enough manpower. Would I be interested in a full Arch installation? No. that will probably never happen on this channel because that's just not what I do. Yeah, I did a full Arch installation using, I got like halfway through a regular one and then a Arch install for an upcoming video, and it was just not something that I'm gonna do. The Zen installer was buggy,
Now traveling to
like it locked up a couple times, and it didn't give me the consistency I need from an installer.
select your hero.
And then just like an Arch install, I don't know how I would make that into a streamlined video for the channel. Like one of the things about one of the unique things about Distro Delves episodes is that they're quick.
Together, we are strong. Is everyone ready?
2 weeks in a row, Zach, you've managed to stay awake long enough to catch a stream. Well, hello, hello. One of the things about Distro Delves episodes is they're quick, you know? They're, you know, like less than 10 minutes. So I would have to edit the holy shit out of an Arch video to make it fit that. And I mean, I guess I could see doing it on stream sometime. I could see that, especially since I use an Elgato and I could just, you know, record everything from that. Just like I do with Distro Delves streams, like the exact same thing. I could see that, but I don't think I'll ever make just a video installing Arch, especially not for Distro Delves. I get asked that sometimes, and it just doesn't make sense for a Distro Delves episode. I would have to edit out so much just to make it streamlined that nobody would be happy with it, and it would just wind up really weird. So right now I'm trying to do Arco Linux, and it is not going well. My system does not like Arch, locks up constantly, and it's only Arch that it does that on. So Manjaro, like if you watch the Manjaro stream, you can see it firsthand. It locks up all the time. So that's Manjaro. That was Endeavor OS. What other Arch distros have I done? Wonder who. That's fine. You don't do enough damage to me. Especially not when I'm being healed. What the hell? This is what happens when you win games back to back on Overwatch. You get punished. And they put you in matches like this where we don't even have a chance. Sparky Linux is Debian, isn't it? Yeah, it's based on Debian. Arch has an official installer on the CLI. Where's your mercy now, Sigma? Yoink, I'll take that. Wow, we did it. Do I play GTA 5 online? Yeah, but I don't play it very often because it takes like a half an hour to log in. It's ridiculous. Sure, yeah, you can go really far away from the point, leave your people behind, that's fine. On your system, Q4 OS does not boot. I think it's Debian. It's old though. So your system might have stuff that it doesn't support. Q4 OS is like old. Bit off a bit more than I could chew there. Meteor strike! Oh, that was very well coordinated. Sure, yeah, come. Yeah, look at them all follow me. Pulls them all away from the point. But it's worth it? I don't know. GTA 5 online is fine. It's, I don't know, not really my thing. To be honest, I think it's just really ugly. I think it's a really, really ugly game. I think I'm gonna bail out. It's 7. I've been out here for half an hour. This game isn't very good. So let's bail out and let's switch to Freedom Planet. I'm leaving 25 credits on the table by doing that, but oh well. Oh boy, this is loud. Let me make sure that the compression is doing its job. Oh, I need to switch to this, don't I? Just a second. Whoa! It's loud for me, actually. It looks like the compression is doing its job. Alright, how is this? Have I tried Amazon's new game? No, I have not. What is Amazon's new game? Have any of you guys seen Planet Freedom? Oh my god, I did it again. I said I was going to do it. I said that I do it every time. It is called Freedom Planet. It's even written right there, and I still did that. I'm just going to give up on talking. Talking is too hard. I think it's time to throw in the towel. What do I think about Wayland? I think it's dumb, to be totally honest with you. I think the whole thing with Wayland is stupid. I think that the rationale for getting rid of X is bad. Working with developers, like I'm a software developer myself, and working with really smart engineers. Here's the thing about software developers. Engineers like to engineer. They like to build things. They also don't like to build stuff that other people have built. So that's where X comes in. X was built a long, long time ago. And none of the developers that originally worked on X are even around anymore. I mean, there's probably a few people that have touched X that are still working on it. But by and large, they have moved on. So you have an entire generation of developers who are inheriting tech debt from other people. And they don't like that. Engineers don't like that sort of environment. They want to use new and exciting stuff. So the argument that I hear about wanting to get rid of X is that, oh, you know, X is old, it's crufty, it's really difficult to maintain and everything. And, you know, it's just time for something new. Okay, that's fine. Then build it. Building something new does not take a decade like this. This is ridiculous. Wayland should be here and it should be done. Instead, it's just like, it's not feature complete. It's bizarre how long it is taking them to build this thing. Like, and I know that Wayland is a specification and the desktops need to implement the specification, but it should not take this long to do that. It is absolutely ridiculous, and to be honest with you, it's not talked about as enough. In my opinion, people need to be talking about why Wayland is taking so long. And there's a lot of desktops that probably just simply will never implement Wayland, the specification. Like right now, all of the desktop stuff is handled by X, which is its own application. So if you write a desktop, all you have to do is make sure that it works with X server, and then you're done. But with Wayland, you need to come up with your own way of handling the specification. So it's a lot more work on the desktop developer side, and they're not often equipped to do really low-level stuff like manage a desktop. I think it's just stupid. Yeah, I've always said that too. Like, this isn't like a new thing. When Wayland was first announced, I was skeptical. And then when it took like a couple years, or a couple years or whatever, it was like, wow, this is ridiculous. It doesn't take this long to implement something like this. And it's still, like, we're going on a decade and it is still not fully here. Like, there's not all the features that we need to make it feature parity with X. X runs fine. Why change it? Because the developers don't like it. It's really as simple as that. Mutter is pretty good. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you want to play games or do screen sharing or anything like that, it's not as good as X. Have they figured out screen sharing and screen recording and stuff? Like, does OBS work with Wayland, for example? Or like if I wanted to do TeamViewer or something like that, or even RDP, could I remote into somebody's desktop using Wayland? Because if not, then we're not feature parity. And it's unacceptable after 10 years of development that they're not there yet. Like, how is that even possible? You have to run it in a Mutter X session, oh, then it's not feature parity. Like, it still relies on X session. It's just ridiculous. It's absurd. And like I said, I was already skeptical about their reasoning. Oh, I don't like X, so I'm going to make something new. Like, that's what I hear. When I hear, oh, X has a lot of tech debt and it's hard to work on, then you just don't like it. I've worked on lots of projects I don't like. You kidding me? Like, I've been there. Like, this sucks so bad, I just want to rewrite it. Like, we have a lot of... hi from Ukraine, how's it going? Is Pop! OS the best gaming system today? I mean, yeah, I'd say so. It has the best defaults for gaming. Pretty much everything works out of the box. Artcore, you tried to play some games on Wayland and your mouse went crazy? Well, that's hopeful. But anyways, like this project I'm working on, we have a whole bunch of stuff written in Bash. Not a whole bunch, like I don't want to overstate like how much Bash there is, but there's a pretty good amount of scripts written in Bash, and Bash is just like, not good. And the developer in me wants to say, screw it, I'm just going to rewrite it in Python or something. But the bottom line is that the Bash scripts work fine. Like, they're doing their job. If I needed to maintain them, it would be a bear, because like conditional logic and Bash and stuff is a pain in the ass. But just because I don't like it is not an excuse to rewrite it, and that's exactly what the Wayland developers did. They're like, you know, I don't really like X. So what should we do? Let's rewrite it. Oh, okay. That's a really good use of developer resources. Just rewrite something because you don't like it. And yes, I know that that's a gross overstatement and a generalization of why Wayland became a thing, but you know, all of the excuses I hear, that's what I hear at the end of the day. I don't like X, so we're just gonna rewrite it. Boy, I just really went on a rant there. You guys got me going. Have I heard of Pipewire, what Red Hat is trying to replace Pulse Audio? Didn't Red Hat make Pulse Audio? I mean, to be fair, Red Hat never really makes anything. They just pay developers to make stuff, but they don't want to put their name on it. That's something I don't understand about the open source community. Like, if a company is paying you to build something, then you're building it for that company, you know? Like, that is actually something that really annoys me about open source. Specifically about companies like Red Hat, where they employ developers to work on various parts of Linux and desktops, but they don't take credit for it. So you're like, oh, well, this developer contributed this piece of GNOME, like this piece to the GNOME desktop. Well, actually, he did that on behalf of Red Hat. So is it really his work, or is it Red Hat's work? And Red Hat doesn't have a CLA, so technically it is the developer's work, but the developer wouldn't have done it had Red Hat not told them to do it. So at the end of the day, whose work is it? So Canonical has a CLA, so when the developers working for Canonical build something like for Juju or LexD or something, it's credited to Canonical, and people don't like that, which I think is silly. I like that because it means, okay, this is a Canonical thing. Canonical has a vested interest in this project. Whereas if you have other projects like GNOME or something where you've got Red Hat developers working on it. There's no, it just looks like regular open source contributors are working on it. That's not actually what's happening. And that bugs me. I think it's a huge lack of transparency, which is funny for, you know, the free and open source community being all about that sort of thing, but yet this is okay. I don't know. It seems like hypocrisy to me. What kind of work do I do as a developer? Well, you can go to my GitHub and look at what I'm working on now. I'm working on a snap, actually. You know how everybody hates canonical snaps? Well, I'm working on one. It's packaging a, I don't know if you guys know what Slurm is, not the Futurama thing. Whoa! But Slurm is a application of services and things that help manage supercomputer clusters, like nodes and things, and it can be difficult to get running on different distributions and stuff. And it has a lot of dependencies, like on MySQL and everything. And packaging as a snap means that the end user doesn't have to worry about all those dependencies. So that's what I'm working on. It's packaging Slurm as a snap. There's also a lot of other smaller stuff I'm doing, but that's kind of the main thing. Uh-oh, is this a boss battle? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Will I do a review on Arctics? Probably. I've got to catch up on my distro delve stuff. Kind of fallen behind. Man, I'm just going. I'm not even sure where I'm going. Oh. Oh, you again. You make the best reviews? Thank you. A lot of people have been, maybe not a lot of people, I don't want to overstate that, but people in the comments have been upset about the Distro Delves videos because they're not reviews. Oh, this isn't a review. This is just you looking at the desktop. Okay. That's fine. I called this when I started the series, I called it an anti-review because I wasn't trying to do I hit him when he's doing that? I'm not even sure. I'm probably gonna die. Oh no, I beat him, I think. Oh, maybe I didn't. Well, that was stupid. There we go. Wow, I'm almost dead. Andre, I realized that you also play guitar. You know, Andre, it's funny that you say that because I've been thinking about making a video or two about guitar playing. I've wanted to make videos of guitar stuff for ages, probably before I got into making Linux videos. But they're hard to make, and as the person making videos, you always feel like you have to be an expert, and I'm not an expert at the guitar. What is this about?
Fine, be that way.
Where's that blasted snake mouth? I guess we'll have to do this the hard way.
What is happening here?
What is this hideous?
Stay back!
Oh no, the duckman.
I'm not gonna let you eat him!
Are there any pictures of me on the net? Yeah, there's one on my Twitter I posted recently.
What the?
It was a picture that someone took of me on a kayaking or canoeing expedition.
That was a close one. Thank you, Miss Lilac.
Are you okay? I saw a huge explosion back there.
You've been following me this whole time, haven't you?
Duh.
I take it you know this guy.
Girl.
This girl?
She's like my tail, always right behind me.
Carol the Wildcat, at your service.
Well, I'm Torque. I'm a
Shh!
Shell duck.
It's more of a nickname.
I don't know if you guys know that Tyson Tan, the guy that made Conky and the Krita mascot, made I think all of the art for this.
What are you doing out here?
Someone is about to steal the kingdom's.
The Kingdom Stone.
If you look at the sprites, they look an awful lot like Conky, don't they?
Steal it. You wish.
Well, it's already happening.
Carol and I are pretty.
Seriously?
Yup. Turn.
Well,
What about
My god, there's a lot of story. I like the story, but just not on stream.
General Gong.
You two again?
It's nice to see you.
I did
too.
choose
We have
adventure
to talk
mode,
to
so
you.
there's going to be a lot of story. I'll catch up with the chat in
Will you
just a
just
second.
listen for a minute?
What is the meaning of this? We mean no disrespect. We're just.
She's bowing.
but don't make me repeat my.
Is these
Well,
pandas?
they sound like they know what to
What's my
do.
Twitch name?
Why
I don't
we
have,
just
well,
try
I
to
do
make
have a
them
Twitch,
up?
but I don't
What do
do
you
anything
say?
with it. I'm streaming here on YouTube.
I don't know. I feel like it's.
The graphics remind me a little bit of Starbound.
Follow me.
Oh, thought I'd get to choose my person. Oh boy, I love my content. Thank you. I just realized to play guitar. Yes. Yeah, so on my other channel, which is aptly called Egee's other channel, I was thinking about doing some, like, a couple guitar videos just talking about maybe my guitars and the style and what I've learned playing guitar, because I'm really not very good, but if you were to see me, you might think that I'm a lot better than I am, and that's that's due to my style and just the way that I play. I play more like it's a performance than it is an art, I think. Not that performing is an art, but you know, a lot of people can do really magical things on the fretboard. I cannot, and I don't think I ever will be able to, but I can make it look really cool. And yeah, and I can make stuff sound cool without it being very technical. I think that's a skill all by itself. So yeah, I would love to do that. I just need to figure out how to do it. Is there a planned webcam? There will never be webcams on this, ever. This is, my style will always be... What do I have to do here? Yeah, the style of my channel and these streams will always be cameraless. It doesn't fit the aesthetic of the channel. It just doesn't make sense. And I talk about this on my Twitter. I talk about this on my Patreon, like the welcome page. You can kind of see where I'm coming from with this. I want my channel. The reason why my channel is set up the way it is, where like you'll never see like my face or anything on the channel, because I want my channel to be known for its content, not me personally. Like, I want to be known for the quality of videos, opposed to just like, oh, this is another guy. And, you know, I watch this channel because the guy, like, and I get that, you know, people like me and my personality and stuff, but I don't want to market myself when my content is really why I'm here. I've talked about kind of the atrophy of content that comes from marketing your personality. There are a lot of channels that started out really good quality, and now they basically, you know, they do like release notes reads and stuff, and it's like, dude, you used to make really good content, and now you sit there and read a web page and you call that good content. And I don't ever want that my channel to become that. I think that's embarrassing, to be quite honest with you. Check my stream we lit. Don't allow promotion in chat, because that is a slippery slope that leads to everybody promoting their stuff, and that is also not what I want. This looks like a fun game. It is. It is a fun game. Ubuntu or Debian? Which one would I choose? Ubuntu. All the way. Do you prefer snaps or flat packs? I prefer... It depends completely on the use case. For desktop users like you and me, flat pack. For enterprises and businesses, snaps. But they, in my opinion, they are two very different use cases, and they are compared very often, and I think that that's where the confusion comes from. I also think that Ubuntu shipping user-facing applications as snaps by default is a really bad move, and it leads to really bad optics because they're not explaining what snaps are supposed to be used for, and that leads to a lot of confusion. So, but yeah, for regular user stuff, Flatpaks, without question. But for businesses trying to distribute and deploy applications, snaps are definitely the way to go. What kind of stuff do I play on the guitar? I only play hard rock, Raisu. That is all I play. You should go to my SoundCloud. I've got lots of stuff over there. That's not. I have some stuff over there. I do not have lots of stuff. I have some stuff over there. I have a lot of trouble recording stuff. Like I get in the mood to play guitar and I start jamming and I record it and I don't like the way it sounds. Whoa, what the hell is this? And I don't like the way it sounds, and then I lose the spark to record. It happens all the time. And it makes it really difficult to produce anything. I don't know. Like I read about, you know, my favorite albums and the process that the artists went through to record it, and I mean that is just grueling. I cannot imagine spending weeks in a studio trying to put together a song. I mean, I would go nuts. I would go completely insane if I had to do that. But yeah, all my stuff is hard rock music. Any bands like Alter Bridge or Nickelback? Yeah, one of the... I remember an album my girlfriend gave me ages ago was Nickelback's All the Wrong Reasons, I think. That album's real good. I like that one. It's the album with Animals and Photograph. And what's that song? Wanna Be a Rock Star or something? It's a really good album. There's some awesome songs on there. Do I have any advice for a recent college grad? Well, Apt, I would recommend you hop over to my SoundCloud because I've done interviews with people, including myself, talking about what advice to give people wanting to get into software or just into software. And I've interviewed, there's 3 interviews on there, and all of us have really good advice for people such as yourself that are recent grads. So I would hop on over there and give those podcasts a listen. I'm attempting to read and traverse this stage, and it's I don't know if it's coming out all that well. You can't connect your mic on Linux? Hey, wait, that's Legoshi I see there. Cub, I read that as KUB AWS, which sounds a lot like Kubernetes AWS, and it's very sad that that's where my brain took it. But yeah, I see Legoshi there. Good choice. Beastars is amazing. That was a fantastic show. What are some good window managers? Basically not GNOME Shell. I mean, GNOME Shell is fine, but I mean, you can't really go wrong with window managers. They do one thing. They manage windows. Back in the day, there were issues around window managers eating resources and stuff, but I think that's come and gone, and it's not really a problem like it was. Oh boy, this is a very puzzly level, isn't it? Wonder Boy in Monsterland. Can you explain briefly why some Linux streamers use Windows as a streaming PC? Yeah, so I'm actually one of those people. When I do the Distro Delves streams, I use a Windows PC for streaming. And the reason for that is the Elgato drivers do not work on Linux. And they have, before Corsair purchased Elgato, they had no plans to make it work on Linux, but now they might. But Elgato actually harassed the guy that was working on the open source implementation and told him to stop. So any chance that there was going to be open source Elgato drivers came to an end with that. But whoa! But hopefully Corsair is nicer about it. But yeah, so basically a long-winded way of answering your question is sometimes the streaming hardware, not software, but the streaming hardware won't work on Linux, and Elgato software does not work on Linux at all. So if I want to capture, like, I'm stuck in here. This isn't good. Yeah. What's the SoundCloud name? What is the SoundCloud? I think it's just EGIRL. I think the SoundCloud name is EGIRL. I'm not sure. Why would you expect me to know that? Solus is rolling, yeah. Also, the manga is great. I'll have to check that out. It's real good. I don't have time to read manga, though. How do I feel about Lenovo shipping Fedora? I think that it's an interesting move. I don't really have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. I know a lot of people are talking about it. I'm not one of those people that, damn it, that are talking about it, because I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I think that if anybody buys it thinking that Fedora is a good regular desktop distro and it's going to make a good regular laptop, they're going to be disappointed. But, you know, I guess it's good optics. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was cool. Mutter the window manager. Oh yeah, no, Mutter is the API. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Manjaro or Solus? Manjaro. Hi all, what game is this? This is Freedom Planet. Sorta, it updates every Friday. What's the SoundCloud name? Use Mixcloud. You're gonna build a PC to learn something about Linux. You have an R7 250. Hey, I had one of those a long time ago. You don't know which CPU to buy to make it run smoothly. Buy something recent, basically. Like, don't buy something ancient. Is really it, I guess. AUR is the gift of God. Yeah, when it's updated. When you find packages that are regularly maintained, yeah. Manjaro or Solus? Again, Manjaro. Unless you have a reason to use Solus, I wouldn't use it. Like I said, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean any offense by that. It's just that if you're going for something that works super good and is well supported and it has a big team, so if there's like, you know, something that people don't think about is with these smaller distros, it's like, what if there's a security issue? Can you trust the distribution to update it in time? I don't know. Fedora feels the most Linuxy to you? I guess Linux means something different to everybody, huh? I wonder if I could bounce off that. Bet that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, the AUR is the definition. Oh, you can't bounce off that. Yeah, oh, I died. Yeah, I think the idea of Linux and freedom has taken a really strange turn over the past few days, just a couple days, things have changed. No, over the past maybe generation of Linux distros and Linux users, because like the idea of snap confinement, for example, takes away the user's freedom. Like, it straight up takes it away. If I'm using, let's say, GIMP or Kdenlive installed as a snap, I can't use symlinks. They're just not supported, period. Why aren't they supported? Well, because it's a security risk, right? How? Like, who's deciding that? It's not me as the user of my Linux distro. I'm not deciding that it's a security risk. The distributor is. So that's taking my freedom away. But yeah, the AUR is the definition of like a community project. Like, users get together. Is it the most secure? No. Is it the safest? No. Absolutely not. Is it the most reliable? No. But it was never promoted as... Why can't I use my thing there? It was never promoted as that, though. Like, everybody knows that the AUR is sketchy, but it's, you know, it's high risk, high reward. I don't see that as a bad thing at all. I see that as a good thing, in fact. Oh, I'm back to this shit again. What? Why did I need to go down here? Was there an item I needed? There's a bunch of these, but these don't really help me. This feels very, very much like a Sonic level. I think that a lot of people are familiar with the first level on Sonic, but most of the levels are really maze-like like this. I can't really tell where I am or where I'm going. I just followed the arrow earlier. It told me I needed to go left, and I went left, and there was nowhere for me to go. This arrow says to go up. And then there's this thing, but this is where I fought the boss. And didn't I get an item from the boss or something? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what that was. Okay, now we're back here. Has anyone ever developed software for an Apple device? I've not. Ouch. And then that area up there is locked up. Oh, this asshole's back. What's this? Oh, there was a purple thing there. There is a door to the lower right. Oh, this one? I thought I went in here. Oh, okay, I see. I knew about this door, but I thought I had gone in here already. Alright, I gotcha. I gotcha. Oops. I see that you've played this game before. This is pretty good. I'm really happy to be playing it on stream. Not enough people know about it. And not enough people know that Tyson Tan made the art for it. Our very own Mr. KDE, Mr. Conky. All these unsung heroes in the community. Whoa, I almost got stuck there. What's my daily driver? You're just observant? Well, I saw that, but I swear I had gone in there, but clearly I'm not. That's why it's fun to stream stuff like this. I'd really love to stream and beat the Sonic games and stuff with all you guys. I would love that. That'd be really fun. I've been amassing a big collection of Mega Man stuff. I have a big Mega Man tattoo on my arm, so I feel like it's time for me to beat all of the Mega Man games. There we go. Andrew, did I answer your question? This is KDE Neon. That's my current daily driver. I was using Elementary for a long time, but it was on a raid that crashed, and I was starting to grow out of it, so... This is such an interesting game. I mean, you look at it and you're like, oh, this is Sonic. But there is so much stuff that reminds me of like Duke Nukem. Like the original Duke Nukem 1 and 2, not Duke Nukem 3D. Oh, wow, this is awesome. The bosses are a little easy, but they're really fun. Oh, that wasn't really a boss. Isn't Wonder Boy that game where you keep transforming into animals? I don't know. I'm not sure. Cute or GTK? I prefer Cute because I think that it's good to have competition in the toolkit to keep innovation going. But I don't really think it matters all that much. I prefer cute. Oh wow, this is dodgy. Instant curry, hello. How are you doing? Oh shoot. Whee! So how does everybody feel about Arco Linux? That's gonna be the next Distro Delves episode. Scupake, how do you feel about the icon pack? It's the third game, it's the one Wish... Oh, yeah? I guess I'll look into it. The icon pack is very bad. It's something. The icon pack is something, alright. Oh, this screams Sonic. This is such a good game. This is probably the best game that I've played in a long, long time. Like, you guys ever play a game and you're like, you know, I'm really happy I'm playing this. I'm really happy I found this game and I'm happy to be playing it. That's how I feel about this. This is just fantastic. You're still going... Yeah, I will quote you. Absolutely. I gotta think of how to do it to maximize the funniness. Oh, this is sketchy. Oh, it flashes when he's off screen, I see. I'll take those. Oh, that was a bad move. You're happy to have ended the school year? Good. Instant Curry doesn't cheat. Instant Curry doesn't cheat engine. Oh, you're asking a question, I see. Oh! Oh boy. It's like Broforce. You've got this stuff dropping from the ceiling. Ouch. What do I think about Microsoft? Well, I was a Microsoft developer for a long time, so how can you prevent tearing with on KDE? Try. I'm not sure actually. Not with KDE, not with Intel. I don't know anything about Intel stuff. I'm not sure. Probably has something to do with VSync, but VSync should be enabled by default, so I'm not sure. Maybe there's some obscure config that you can put somewhere. I meant their Linux love stuff. I mean, they've been open sourcing stuff for a long time, so that's nothing new. People don't seem to understand that most of Microsoft software is open source. Very, very little of it anymore is closed. And the reason why a lot of Microsoft stuff is closed is because the vendors that they use require it. Like, you don't understand. When you have something like Windows, it's not just Microsoft stuff. It's like Microsoft, and then, you know, they worked with NVIDIA and all these other companies to build Windows. So they need sign-off from everybody to open source it. And even if Microsoft gets it and they're like, no, we really need to open source this because it'll be good, they have to get, you know, all 50 vendors on the same page and agree to the exact same licensing agreement. And that's just not going to happen. It is so much work to do that. So they're open sourcing MS. Have they open sourced MS-DOS? They're open sourcing a lot of old stuff, probably because the licensing agreements have expired and they own the licenses for it. But for something as big as Windows, I mean, I think that they'll open source it eventually, but it's not going to be for a long time. Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions around closed source software and the liberties of just open sourcing stuff. It does not work that way. You can't just say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to open source this. Like, if you just pop open any open source license and you'll see right at the top, there is no warranty associated with this software. That's in there for a reason. If Microsoft decided to open source something and they didn't get approval from a vendor, everybody could get sued, from Microsoft to the vendor, and then suddenly the vendor is getting sued for something that they didn't even agree to. Like, it's way more complicated than people think. I thought there was something cool up there. It used to mean Microsoft was, yeah, I mean, they had a really stupid business model that was very Oracle-like, and trying to sign people up for draconian CLAs, and with that sort of business model, open source is the enemy, because you're trying to get people to sign up. Am I supposed to kill this thing? When your business model is not based around quality, but it's based around how many signatures you can get, then anything free and open source is the enemy. But that's not how Microsoft works anymore. Most of their money comes from Azure. And Azure is, like, by definition, oh, there we go. Azure provides quality, and that's why you use that as a cloud service. It has nothing to do with getting people to sign stuff. It's not like you don't like Microsoft. Oh God, where am I? Now where am I? I'm going through all these doors and getting lost. Can I get in these? Like, what is this? Guess not. Oh, I guess it's pointless for me to open those if I haven't taken any damage, huh? Oh! 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 Oh no! Wow, that's forgiving. Do I have to do this here too? What is this thing? What the hell? This game is like Sonic's emo phase. Yeah, it's something. It's really, really fun. This is a phenomenal game. To be honest with you guys, I was not expecting to play it this long, but I can't stop playing it. What browser do we use? This looks like a Sonic clone. It is Freedom Planet. I can't remember who made it, actually, to be honest with you. I use Brave. Brave is a good one. Oh look, it's Sonic, but white.
So, I needed to find my father's killer. Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
I'd rather be called a traitor than a murderer.
The scars left us no choice.
Brave on YouTube. Thank you, thank you.
Still training, I see.
You want to fight? Come and get it.
I'd love to stay and dance, but Mayor Zhao's got a tight schedule. Besides, if something else is guarding this thing, I'd hate to be around.
Hello from Algeria, North Africa. Hello, hello.
You're insane, you know that? You're never gonna get away with it.
We'll see about that.
You'll never make it out.
But we should. Come on!
Wow, when you pick a character at the beginning, that's who you play for the whole game, I guess. Which is fine, I guess it's replay. Wow, this is really creepy. Oh no, I need that. Nice try! Oh, I see. Jeez, did his arm just come? Oh, he came back. I love that the game lags out just like it would on a Super NES. That's how you know shit's getting real, when the game lags out like that. That's, you know, good stuff is going on. He rematerialized. And when the bosses start doing like new moves, you know you're making progress. Oh my god, this is awesome. Wow, I'm gonna have to come back and like beat this game on stream from start to finish sometime. Maybe as Carol, the other character. This is way too fun. That would be a really long stream too. I regret starting the stream with Overwatch. You're gonna get this game? Yeah, this is fantastic. And you're supporting free and open source too with this. I don't know if the game itself is. I bet portions of it is. But the artist that made it does a lot of open source stuff, and he's really cool. Actually, he has a YouTube and a Twitch, and you can watch him make these sprites. If you look up Tyson Tan on YouTube, he has a bunch of VODs where he's using Krita to make these sprites. Wow, that was fun. Oh my god, a bonus stage. Oh, I should have left it. That was 3 up. What is that? Oh, I got an... Oh, there we go. I got the 3 up. Slow down during boss fights in retro games. Does he use KDE? Yeah, he does. Oh, I just unlocked a new character.
Carol! I'm over here! You made it out.
Your ear.
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
Well, we better find Torque and get home so I...
Well, this stinks. How are we gonna get more money?
We'll think of something. What I really want to know is why...
Buttloads of cash?
Well, Zhao might know something about the assassination. I have a... What?
Someone's following us.
What do you mean?
Was it the new character?
Yeah!
It is.
Wait. Someone with a shield pulled me out of the cave. Sorry about pouncing on ya. Hello? I'm sorry?
Don't be scared. I promise we'll keep you safe.
Everyone knows that Gnome is the hot garbage fire. Well, everybody uses that hot garbage fire, so...
Are you a dragon?
Yeah.
Can I touch your hair?
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, it's okay. I was just surprised is all. Go ahead.
I can't help...
I won't hurt you.
It's like a rope.
Yeah, the gnome desk, the gnome devs are
We can be
something.
friends.
I mean,
Sure.
I don't want to,
I'm Mila. What's your name?
you know, I don't want to trash on anybody, but their attitude towards non-developer contributors could be improved. It's like they have a CLA to supposedly reduce the toxicity in the community, but I've seen them wield the CLA as like a hammer against people who are like, "Hey, I ran into this bug. It's really frustrating. You guys need to fix it." And they're like, "Yeah, well, I don't like your attitude, so your bug is null and void. Get out of here. Banned." Like, what? That's not what the CLA is for. Like, are you serious? It's like they use the CLA to keep people out, and it's just ridiculous.
Lilac.
That's a pretty name.
Thanks. This is my friend Carol.
Hi. So, thanks for saving me back there. But what are you doing all the way out here? I was playing over here, and then those people came. They're not very nice, I'll say.
Report a bug about.
what?
Can we report a bug about the GNOME developers?
What, really?
Yeah. Nobody knows where it is except us.
I got tagged on a post on Twitter, and I got like 50 notifications of people just talking back and forth, which is fine. I don't really get upset about notifications, but it's just, I pointed out. I just had to say something. Like, I had to open my mouth and say something on that Twitter thread. But I just pointed out that, why does GNOME have all of this drama? KDE is a giant project with lots of developers all over the world, and they don't have any drama. Why is there so much drama in GNOME? It's always something about GNOME taking features away, GNOME being rude to the community, GNOME bitching and moaning about canonical developers. It's always something with GNOME. I don't understand why there is so much drama in GNOME. Other projects like Cinnamon Desktop, like the entire Mint ecosystem, there's no drama there. KDE, there's no drama there. There was a little bit of drama with KDE when the lead developer for Kubuntu got booted from the Kubuntu project, and that was weird. I don't really know what that was about, but that's the only thing I can think of with KDE where there was drama.
That sounds like fun!
The Kingdom Stone has been taken! Your Excellency! By who? Mayor Zhao. His pilgrimage to the temple was a cover-up.
This is troubling. Zhao may be a buffoon, but I never
A pair of youngsters warned us about the attack. I have failed you, Magister.
Don't be hard on yourself, General. I would have been just as skeptical.
You can only be here for 10 minutes, so you'll enjoy what you can.
Tell me, who was
Well,
it that
thanks for
issued
popping
this
in,
warning?
MS.
Something doesn't smell right.
Well, sorry.
You never smell right. I'm referring to those kids. They know something about this. We have to find them.
Yeah, top icons are with the space. It just looks like a mess. The top icons thing.
You sure you don't want to hang out with us?
Thanks, but I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try and fix my gadgets.
How does KWin run on your NVIDIA GPU? Just fine. Haven't had any problems with it. Frederico, hey, how's it going?
Fair enough. Just shout if you need anything.
Alright, what are you gonna be up to?
Oh, we should have plenty of things to do, especially with a new girl around.
I'm bored.
How about a movie?
This is so anime. I love it.
Sure. Why not?
There's a lot of freaking story here.
Like yourselves would care.
Lilac, Lilac.
The cute licensing is a mess. I think that the cute company rolled back that BS that they tried to pull last month. I don't think they're doing that.
Torque's, I went down there and he's, his Torque turned into an alien or something.
What?
Just come with me, come on.
What do the GNOME devs have against app indicators? They just don't want to support them.
I'm serious. Get up. Come on. Get up, get up.
Right, let me get my shoes on. Torque?
Wow, this is a big tent.
It's not what it looks like!
Slackware review. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into Slackware really at all. You're rocking Manjaro Gnome. If you guys can get Manjaro working and have it be stable, then more power to you. I have never had a good experience with it.
You? Give us answers, buddy.
Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to promise.
Free DOS, I would love to give Free DOS a test drive. Tell me what UI to put on it, because we don't do console stuff on the show. It's got to have some sort of UI and an installer of some sort. So, I mean, maybe I could install like Windows 95 on it or something, but I would love to have Free DOS on the show.
We promise. Right, Carol?
Right. Pinky swear.
I'm from another world. Actually, I'm part of an alliance between many different worlds. We're called Chasers.
So you're an alien then?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, why do a bunch of aliens care about our planet?
The man that wants your kingdom stone isn't from around here either. He calls himself Lord Brevin.
Lord?
Well, he didn't get that name selling cookies. He's dangerous with a capital D. Brevin is the most powerful enemy we've ever faced. Hundreds of worlds destroyed.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot of story here. I'm trying to get to the next thing so I can save. The story won't end. Yeah, React OS is definitely on the list. It's another one of those things I just needed to do it. Whenever you use KDE, it feels slow. What is this plot? I'm kind of half paying attention to it.
I'll try and convince your leaders of his existence, but if I can't get them to help me, if Brevin gets his hands on the Kingdom Stone, then I'll have no choice.
Destroy it?
You can't be serious!
I'll only destroy it if I have no other choice. I swore to my captain on his dying breath that I would not let Brevin get that stone.
I'm sorry about your captain, but you can't destroy it. In fact, you won't even have to think about it, because I'm going to help you get it back. I don't care how dangerous it is. It's going to take a lot more than robots and aliens to slow a dragon down.
If she's gonna go for it, then I am too. If we can beat up a giant praying mantis thing together, then who knows what else we can do.
A giant praying mantis thing.
I wanna come too.
I guess we could let you save Carol's life a few more times.
Hey. Yay!
What's the splash screen? Are you talking about when you log in, it shows the KDE logo?
You are really gonna help me stop
That's
this?
there because any desktop that you boot into, it has to spin up a bunch of processes and stuff, and that splash screen is basically a quick and easy way of letting everything cook, so that by the time you get to the desktop, it's all responsive and ready to go. If you boot into like Elementary OS or GNOME, everything is really sluggish for the first few seconds. That splash screen is supposed to improve kind of the user experience.
Say no more, Team Lilac's got your back. We'll talk about the name later, okay?
I'd be lying if I said I was comfortable with this, but you all know this world better than I do.
So, it's official, right?
More or less. Welcome aboard, ladies.
Yeah! Awesome! Wonderful!
Are we watching an anime or like what are we doing here?
Good evening, sir. It may interest you to know that the location of the artifact has shifted.
Where?
Do I have a Discord server? Yes. If you go to egee.io, there's a link to it there.
It's moving toward a densely populated region to the east.
This could work to our advantage. Get me the king's son.
Is this a full-length movie? You're having Xenosaga flashbacks? Yeah, I mean, it's like a JRPG without the RPG elements. Oh hey, green GLaDOS.
It is my duty to protect my father's kingdom.
You would sacrifice your very life for the good of this kingdom, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And you would crush all those who threaten its safety.
We must protect
Playing an
it at all
extremely
costs.
interactive anime.
Exactly.
They're working on Freedom Planet 2.
You're not
Also, love to know what that's like. When it comes out, you can bet I'll stream it.
My fellow kin, we have confirmed who is responsible for the death of our king, Zhao of Shangmu. His plans to steal our kingdom stone must be stopped.
This is very animated.
Sky Battalion.
I switched from GNOME KDE the moment you saw EG alt tabbing through the games without issues on GNOME, thanks to the notifications. The GNOME's notifications are super obnoxious.
Hello? Hey, up and at 'em. We've got adventuring to do.
Oh, 5 more minutes. Ow! Good morning, Carol.
I was wondering when you'd be awake.
On GNOME, you didn't get notifications?
Carol for that. She's so
On GNOME, I get too many notifications. The printer notification, the Bluetooth notification, just everything. You're gonna finish this Ubuntu Lumina developer for. I want to make a Distro Delves episode on stream with that.
That big panda guy I told you about.
When is he coming?
Actually, we have to go meet him. He'll be waiting for us north of here.
Perfect. I fixed my radar last night so we can use it to find the meet.
Great! Ready, girls?
Aye, aye, Captain. To adventure!
According to the radar, we seem to be at the right location.
I think it's a little off. This way!
Developer 4 is the final developer version. That's like Yoshi.
Who knows?
I'll say.
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am General Gong of Shang-Tu.
It's an honor, General.
The Royal Magister has a proposal.
You wait for KDE versus XFCE. I need to record the voiceover. I'm gonna do that today, and then it'll probably be out tomorrow morning, basically. It's the KDE versus XFCE video is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
Why do you need our help? Don't you have...
We want to try and resolve this thing peacefully.
It's just really hard to do. It's just a hard video to make.
Given the current state of affairs,
It's a hard topic to make a video of. That's what I'm trying to say.
To give the stone back.
Precisely.
Ark Survival used to play really well on Linux.
Right. I assume we'll be taking one of these planes.
You do know how to fly it.
Oh my god, am I gonna have to fly a plane? That'd be friggin' awesome.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
I'll be okay.
Ark is using OpenGL2? No way. That can't be. It's comparing apples to pears. I agree with you, Garth, but people want to see it. That's the thing. That's the thing, is that people... It's a topic of conversation because I made a video about it like in 2017, and before that I made a video about it in 2015. So I've been kind of talking about it for a long time, and it is comparing two very different fruits. But that people want to see it and they want to hear about it, so that's it, basically. So I tried to organize it as like test cases so that it's more data-driven and analytical. And I like it, but I don't know if everybody will like it. So I like analytics and stuff. That's just how I am. But I don't know. It's hard to gauge what people want to see. Basically, people are like, I want to see a terminal, and then you show them a terminal, and they're like, oh, that's lame. It's it's too hard to read. It's not the information I want. So that's why I like using charts and graphs. It's easier to look at, I guess. Comparing KDE to XFCE is comparing apples to Monster Energy. You like that stuff too? You're a scientist? Excellent. That's cool. Yeah, I like data-driven stuff. Focus on the data instead of anecdotes about, well, this feels faster, this feels lighter. Well, what the hell does that mean? What does it mean to feel lighter?
Follow me here, didn't you?
How did you know we were coming?
You
seemed pretty determined to get that stone back.
This guy Spade reminds me a lot of Shadow the Hedgehog.
So you're the thief Lilac was talking about.
I've been called worse.
It'd be kind of funny to draw parallels to all of the characters in the Sonic universe. So there's like Sonic and Tails, and I don't know who the white character would be. I forgot her name. Mila, was it? So you've got Sonic and Tails for sure. And Mila's not Knuckles. She might be Styx, but I don't know if Styx is even canon.
Where is it?
Yeah, you know what? I think she is like Styx.
I've already finished the job. It's
your brother.
Prince Dale of Schwiegon.
Really?
When he finds the man who murdered our father, there will be no mercy for the kingdom responsible.
This guy's voice sounds straight out of an anime dub.
Know who's responsible.
Nice try.
Will you just hold on a minute?
What, so you can throw me off again with your lies?
Everyone, split up! We'll cut him off at a huge shopping mall over there.
At the huge shopping mall over there? Yeah, I guess you pick the character at the beginning and then that's it. I was hoping I'd be able to play Mila, but that's okay. I'll play this again straight through on stream so we can see what the other characters are like. Whee! Okay. Have I played any of these games? Undertale? No. Delpharune? No. One Shot? No. Hollow Knight? No. It better have saved. Okay, it did. Cool. Mila plays very differently. I want to play her. I want to keep playing, but I've got to shut this down. Here you go. Neo fetch. Oh, whoops. Let me fix that for you guys. I got hotkeys. Did it not work? There. Wow, there's like a 10-second delay. That's unfortunate. KDE Neon. How do you guys feel about KDE Neon? Oh, I wanted to show this to you. Look down here. Look at all of these indicators. Look at the spacing between the indicators. How cool is that? It all just kind of works. I click it and then this pops up. Let's try something. Let's see if Origin will launch. Oh, it's got an update. It's got an update. Let's see if it'll still work. KDE Neon has been nothing but good for me. It's as if some desktop environments care about tray icons. I think Cinnamon's tray icons work too. Does XFCE still have icons, tray icons? You can change the tray icons reloaded extension. With what? On GNOME? You just figured out how to display my real name but your screen name. Excellent. Yeah, that's a big thing. You'd think that they would make that easier or at least more intuitive to figure out how to do. I think it's going to show my main email, so let me... I don't know what it's going to show. That's why having two monitors is handy. Oh, it failed. Well, damn it. I thought I was going to have something cool to show you guys. I guess I'll figure this out another time. I really thought it was going to work. I'm surprised. Look at all of these useless errors. Just completely useless. To me, anyway. As a user. You like Budgie? Why does Neon not like to be called a distro? Because it's not. So, take for example, let me demonstrate. So if you have something like, let's say Kmail, right? Kmail is a feature-rich email application. It's just a single application that does one thing. And then you have Contact. Contact is an office suite that handles your emails, your calendars, contacts, and more within a single window. That's the keyword. So the idea behind Neon is that it's a software project that packages all of the KDE applications underneath it. So yes, it is true that it is just it's a set of repos on top of Ubuntu, but the idea is that it is KDE in its most holistic and pure form. It's KDE applications distributed as something that you can install as an operating system. So when people talk about traditional desktop or traditional Linux distros, they're usually talking about the package manager and everything else that goes into it. But with KDE Neon, it is just the KDE application. It is just the KDE distribution. So the goal of the project is fundamentally different than something like KDE Neon. It's especially different from KDE Neon because, as with all of the spins, what is happening here? Oh, well, that's interesting. I thought you said it failed. Well, did you fail or did you succeed? You can't do both. Okay, well, at any rate, that's about it. Why do I like Ubuntu? Because it just works. It does, like, it's easy to use, basically. That's why. It works out of the box without any bullshit. What's there to dislike about that? Like, no, you know what? I prefer a distro that I have to, get out. It's like why would you like a new car? Why do you want a new car? Why wouldn't you like this junker that you have to pop open the hood and tinker with this and tinker with that and make sure that it's not draining oil all over the ground? Why wouldn't you prefer a car that's breaking down versus a car that just works? You get in it, you put the key in the ignition and turn it on and it drives every time. Like that's how I look at it. When people are like, I don't like Ubuntu because of Canonical. I'd prefer something that I have to get my hands dirty with. I mean, that's fine. If you like project cars, then cool, more power to you. That is awesome. But at the end of the day, I want a desktop that just works and I don't have to screw around with it. I can boot into it and not worry about, oh, did it hose out? Did it hose my boot partition? Which is what Manjaro has done a half dozen times. An update corrupts the boot partition and now it's gone. You like this wallpaper? So yeah, that's why I like Ubuntu and Ubuntu-based distros, because they work out of the box pretty much every time. It is fun to mess with Linux. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what the Distro Devs PC is all about. I have a dedicated PC for messing with distros. But this is my workstation, and I need this to be reliable every time because I do work on this. I can't have a distro where I update and I don't know if it's going to boot. So that's it. That's why I like Ubuntu. Honestly, the promotion that Canonical does, yeah, they're not very good at marketing. That's it. That they're just not good at community outreach and marketing at all. Like people take shots at them, they're like here's a hook, here's a jab, and then here comes a haymaker, just like bam, and they're not doing anything to block it. They're just taking it all on the chin. And then they're like, boy, we have a really bad reputation. I wonder why. Well, people spit out misconceptions and straight up lies about Canonical, and they do nothing to correct it, and then they wonder why people don't like them. Do I have a wallpaper pack? I do have a whole bunch of wallpapers, actually. I have lots of wallpapers. A lot of these are duplicates, but I arranged them into... I was doing the artist thing. There's this artist I really enjoy. Here's a good one. Spirited Away, themed. That's a great one. That's cool. It's a good one. Another good one. Imagine that. They're all good. It's almost why I saved them. And then I started sorting them by seasons. Yeah, Alana, she's fantastic. I have a lot of her stuff in here. Probably just look through this and find it. Find some of it, whatever. I seem to have a lot of this stuff going on. Who is this? Is this Spirited Away? I'm not even sure. What's that wallpaper from? I actually, to be honest, I don't know where this wallpaper came from. It's probably one of those things that I found it on Reddit and saved it. I don't see an artist anywhere. So I don't even know who this is. I wish I did. But yeah, so all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's Totoro. We've got completely off track. Oh, Freedom Planet's fun. Good game, you should check it out. Is there a distro that has the latest software updates without being a mess? It's a good question. No, there is not. I don't think that there is. Even the Ubuntu point releases are a mess when they first come out, to be honest with you. I remember when I did the review of Ubuntu 19.10, it had that really bad GNOME bug where when you launched a game, that notification would pop up and say that the game's not responding, and it would get stuck in a loop. That was an Ubuntu point release that did that. So no, there are no distros where you either have the cutting edge software or you have stability. You do not get both. Those are your options when it comes to software. All right, I'm going to take off. It's been fun. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I love talking with all of you. Bleeding or functional? Yep, bleeding or functional, bleeding or stability. Take your pick. For my workstation, I need stability. You're glad you made it to the stream? I'm glad you made it to the stream too. Thank you. It's been fun, all of you. You are great company. We will talk with you another time.